How's it going? How's it going? November the 11th, 2021. About to jump in the car. Got work happening at the house, so it's kind of noisy. Had to jump out here in this weather here and do some research and study. But I just wanted to jump on here real fast just to remind you that government, politics is the science of government. You've heard me say it multiple times. Okay, government or politics, excuse me, is the science of government. Science is the study of a thing. Govern means to control, and ment comes from the Latin mentes, mental, all things, denoting the mind, the head, the control center, what have you. All right. So with that being said, they are studying how the mind works so that inevitably, they are able to control it. All right. So with that being said, why should we expect that politics is anything beneficial to our needs as far as man, woman? Okay. When it's nothing more than a research project. Okay. We need to know, we being the government, we need to know when we introduce this stimulus or stimuli to this particular demographic of people, we need to know how they are going to respond. Let me just further state that government does not need to force anything. Okay? They don't need to go to the far-reaching ideology of experimentation per se in order to exact what politics is made to do or government is made to do. All they have to do is understand the psyche of a man or woman in order to exact that control that they seek. Okay? So the fear factor that has been perpetrated throughout the Western world is a distraction in and of itself, because most of us have been under the understanding that there's a diabolical scheme to per se get rid of you, and that big bad government's coming to do it. That I am learning is not the case. Government will move in accordance with the dictates, the cries, the mandate of the people themselves. Because all they have to do is instigate or introduce some stimuli which they have learned will cause a particular reaction from the people. And once that reaction is noticed, that's when government, as a political body, realizes that, in fact, this is what time it is. That's how it works. And so they can, government as a whole, as a body, can then wait with bated breath, with their proverbial baseball mitt open, because they know that the people will fall right into their lap, as it were. Okay? Because they, again, the whole of the government, the whole of politics is a research project. And that research project, that controlled study, if you will, okay, is all about mankind, and what it will take to produce a desired result. That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing else going on. All right? So, we have to stop falling for all of the distractions. Perhaps that's what the agencies, I'll say, that perpetuate information, narratives, and all that, that's all they're there for, is to implement those stimuli from coast to coast. And then there needs to be a census or consensus of the majority. Once that takes place, then again, politics, the government, the controlled experiment is ripe for the picking. That's all. Okay? Stop worrying that something's coming to get you and start realizing with real eyes that your reaction is what feeds the beast. That's why the encouragement of lower vibration and fear is the modus operandi of the system. Terror, economical upheaval, the jab, disease, pestilence. That's all by design. It's an experiment. Some people call it a social experiment. And all they need, not he, she, they, it's a political body. They have plausible deniability because they have order followers working individually that you deal with on a regular basis that do not have the whole picture. So therefore, when you pose something to that one individual political member or civil servant or politician, they don't have the answer because it's a system as a whole. They are just one wheel, as it were, in the totality of the system. So by default, that is plausible deniability. They are just representatives of the grand body. They don't have all the answers. They don't have a quarter of the answers. And they are operating under the representative capacities, under the guise and protections of immunities, because they're simply and merely doing their job. That's the game. Ain't nothing coming. There's no boogeyman coming after you, and there is nothing underneath your bed. There is no man in your closet. There never was. You just watch too many scary movies. That's all. Fear is the weapon. And it causes you to panic. And when you panic, you show your hand. And that is what the system needs. It feeds off of your fear, like the clown in Stephen King's It. Even in that, they're telling you there is no boogeyman except for the boogeyman that you create within. All right, that's all I got to say. As usual, dropping that hard-hitting information. Whew, it's good stuff. But that's why, as the great scripture says, the truth makes you free. You have no choice. Once you see the truth, the light of day, once everything and all are illuminated, or is and are illuminated, you have no choice. You will be made free. It will not be a choice. All right. JURIS with Knowledge Well Media signing out. Don't forget, look down below. And don't forget to hit that like button. I'll keep dropping it like it's hot, as long as you will support. Don't forget. All right. Look in the description down below for all the things that we are offering, growing, and moving forward. And yeah, talk to you later.